Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Today in AZ Facebook Live After Show here from 12 News. I'm Mitch Carr. This is Rachel McNeil, Vanessa Ramirez, Jimmy Q. Well, you know us all. We are some people that you've chosen to watch on Facebook, and we appreciate that. How's everybody doing this morning?
Good. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
A holiday weekend.
Although I'm back here on Monday. Are you back here on Monday?
Of course, yeah.
Well,
but
you're
mentally,
not. Jimmy, you're off.
Jimmy's off.
He's just celebrating with his wife here at home, barbecuing.
Staycation, yeah, barbecue, putting on some weight. Suit's getting a little bit baggy. I need to fill it up a little bit.
Yeah, Jimmy said during his staycation his goal is to put on 20 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
So when Jimmy gets back in a week, just look for Fat Jimmy.
Barbecue. Full figure, big
version.
bone Jimmy, healthy Jimmy.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in. We really want your comments, too, on this. We've got a new type of camp growing in popularity. Parents are packing up their kids and sending them to YouTube camp.
So it's one of those camps where they're saying it teaches kids, different things about video production, how to create videos, but also a big part of it, of course, is how to become a YouTube sensation, how to go viral.
I need to go to this camp.
Well, I think I need some of the social media.
Yeah, why is it just for kids? That's a good question.
Definitely need that, but the online presence, that whole thing. So I'll tell you, it's $1,000 for a week. It sounds like it is a sleepaway camp.
Oh. Well, then that's, do you think that's reasonable? I mean, I'm not sure. I don't have any children, but I hear that daycare is expensive by itself.
There better be filet mignon and lobster.
They're not getting
$1,000? No, I don't think they're getting that. They're probably getting hot dogs and hamburgers.
And peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was more thinking, like, wouldn't you just want to send your kids away to anything?
Yeah.
So, yes. So we just got on board the whole sleepaway camp thing. My kids have been asking for years. I'm the one who, I don't sleep a wink the whole time they're gone. I just think everything I think every horrible news story. I think about that whole week. But obviously we're just doing the regular old-fashioned outdoor camps, sports camps, things like that. But I do favor these STEM camps. Anything that's teaching them actual skill, that's a good thing. I just don't know if teaching them how to
This is not an actual skill, right?
Well, you can't teach that. Google came out with a study that nobody knows. There's no one in Earth right now that knows how to post something viral, nor do they know why it goes viral.
Right.
I could post a picture with this plant on my head and nothing happens. Vanessa does it, it goes viral.
Yeah,
now then everyone's putting there is no formula.
I mean, if the plant fell on your head and we got it on video, that would go viral.
Maybe, but then
that's why I think that's exactly what you said. I think they're stealing your money. I mean, I think it's a good way to maybe have your kids have a free babysitter. Have your kids have a babysitter.
Right.
Get yourself some time away. The technical aspect of it, where they are going to teach your kids how to edit video, how to shoot video, maybe how to present with confidence. As people that are on television, if you got kids and maybe your kids want to follow you into your business, this might be helpful in that. But if they're going to teach you okay, make sure you talk about these things. The Kardashians are huge. And if you talk about the Kardashians and then you at them, you might get lots of clicks. That's the stuff that I don't want. That's like teaching your kid how to be obnoxious.
Rip off.
Yeah, we talk with our kids about it all the time because they think they want to be YouTube stars, right? So they're trying to do that whole thing because they watch a lot of these. This is what kills me. They watch videos of other people playing video games. And for some reason, that is a sensation within itself. Yeah. So they've decided that they want to be YouTube stars. And I'm like, you know what? I really don't feel like this should be an ambition. Being a reality star, being a YouTube star, I feel like, I don't, because it's not necessarily, I guess it's a skill, it's an it factor thing.
Right.
But I'm like, let's just get a tangible talent.
I hear that a lot, which you said. There's a lot of little kids that I don't know where they're getting it from. Maybe they're other friends.
Well, because they watch all them, on YouTube.
And they hear that other friends make money.
Millions of dollars.
They want to become YouTube sensations.
And they're just random videos too. It's like how to play a video game. There's my goddaughter showed me the other day. It's like this 2 kids that they throw darts at something like a place to travel, and they throw darts, and wherever it lands on, they get to go travel there next. And I'm like, who lives like this? First of all, what kids can just be like, I'm going to Africa, and get to go, and then they show the whole process of it.
My friend's daughter was playing video games, and I guess you go and look at the cheat video games. There's how to teach you how to cheat with your own video games. So we played a prank on her. We basically said that there's a bad virus on the computer. We don't know how it got there, but we know that these cheat videos can put viruses on. And when we're saying that, she's just kind of like, it was the funniest thing ever. Yes.
So obviously a lot of people are interested in this because we've had a lot of comments saying, where's the information for this camp? So is it here in town? Or is it somewhere else?
No, I feel like
Somebody through the magic of television helped me out in my ear, huh?
I'm not sure if it's here in town. We were just talking about the idea of it. Like, do you think it's a good idea? Is it expensive? Is it something we should do? But I mean, there's a lot of parents that are interested in this that want to send their kids there. And it's so true because, like, my goddaughter, she watches YouTube all day long, just different kids doing different things, and they think that's what they want to do now, is be a YouTube star. And so totally they're going to be interested in this. And I think, like you said, the parents will pay for it because it's going to make their kids happy. It's something they're interested in. It's keeping them busy, right, still over the summer.
Parents love Sleepaway Camp. My husband and I were like, we're going to do this thing all week. It's called Happy Hour.
Yes, can I go along one day?
It's like we go and there's free, low price drinks and tiny foods.
Yeah.
So we never get to do things like that when our kids are around.
Claudia and I don't have kids yet. We'll join you for happy.
That's what I said. I'm like, can I go too? Can we just plan like a whole?
This is a pre-children
Jimmy's always
activity.
in for a happy hour.
Oh, I'm in big time. Yeah, my kids are all grown up and gone. So
there's some great comments here on Facebook too, and they're all over the place too.
Yeah.
It's not just all one side. Lori says, in these changing times, it can be a valuable marketing tool. Ronald says, send them to school for it, but you should become a movie producer and don't become a YouTube star.
Okay.
Johnny Gonzalez says, terrible, can't teach them survival skills. And Amos Kingsbury says, just get rid of them for the summer, which is kind of what you were saying, right?
I just want to say too, $1,000 is way too much. It is a ripoff.
I don't know. Wait, like I said, how much does it cost to send them to daycare? I heard it's a lot, even for one child.
So we're doing Sleepaway Camp in Texas for 1 week, and it's probably $2,000.
That's in Texas. That's
per kid.
What do they get though?
But I was doing it when I was in Texas. It's not like it's an out-of-state cost.
Yeah.
I just wonder what they get. That's what I want to know. Because if you're just gonna stick the kid in front of a computer and feed them pizza, then someone's getting ripped
outdoors. They're boating. They're horseback riding. They're biking.
That's different. I would pay for that.
Yeah.
They're doing 8 million. It's a full 7-day.
I like the idea of teaching them survival skills too.
Yeah.
Yes.
After doing a lot of hiking out here and kind of being out in the wilderness, it's like, what happens if something goes wrong? What happens if I sprain my ankle coming down this mountain? Am I supposed to get down, or do I just call 911 and hope that I have service?
We need a
camp. What I love about this camp that a lot of these outdoor camps is they're not allowed to bring any electronics.
Oh,
See,
that's
I
good.
like
No iPads, no phones,
That's
no
awesome.
nothing. And guess what? They survive.
Yeah, they get over it after like 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
The
don't
first 3 hours,
Yeah,
they're
they're
like, what do I
upset
do?
Yeah.
And I think you'll find out that some of the most successful people on the internet or on YouTube probably never went to one of these camps.
No.
They figured it out
It factor
themselves.
in.
Yeah.
See, Jimmy and I, we're old enough to remember those "Make Your Child a Star"
Oh, yeah.
seminars that they would have at those hotels and malls.
Oh, right in the mall.
And it was like, that'll be for $1,400 your portfolio that will land you your first commercial or your Disney
Nobody got
show.
cut.
Nobody did. You're right. I went to one of those when I was growing up. And
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, but I didn't pay for it because I knew, and the same thing, we got picked. They're like, here's your package. This is what you can do. We have classes and we have
Of course.
all these,
Oh, yeah.
where you can
Voice
take
coaches.
pictures and
Yeah.
whatever. And I finally got my own agent. And so now I tell a lot of people, I said, look, your agency will not charge you. Like how they
you
make
get a
their
job.
money, is they take a certain percentage from the job that
you book.
Yeah,
Or
that
they
you
won't
book.
take you if you're not good enough.
Right, and
That's
they'll
how
say you need
know.
more work or whatever, go ahead and then come back. So that's what I tell people all the time because I get asked, obviously, for being in this business, and I'm like, nope, you should not have to pay anybody up front. No, your agent will book you, and she'll take her percentage, or him or her take your percentage out of your.
This was
After
a scam,
she gets you the job.
Huge number back in the day. And
It used to be,
It totally is.
Jackie Hancock says it used to be that you sent your kid to baseball camp or just plain summer camp. These are changing values. We don't know about the popularity of this camp, we should say. We don't know that it's necessarily
it's
sold
not like
out.
it's a wave of the future either.
Oh, so there is a YouTube camp in Tempe. So
All right,
if
guys,
you are
Google it
local
if you're
and you want your kid to be a
interested.
YouTube star, it's possible. You can Google it.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy. So there is I don't want to say the name of the camp, but I know they have it here because we also had it back in Texas. But there is a group that does, and a lot of times they're affiliated with universities and four-year universities, and they do coding camps. And I'll tell you those. $1,500 for the week is minimum, and this is not Sleepaway Camp.
Wow. But that's a skill. That is a hardcore skill.
Coding camp that's taught by a lot of times university professors.
That's massive.
But they're for young elementary school age kids. I mean, you can send them as young as like 1st and 2nd grade. And that's just a week.
I think
like that's too rich for my blood. We're just going to go back to horseback riding.
We know they can teach them about coding. Nobody in this world can teach somebody how to go viral. We don't know.
That's a good point.
If I have the money, you know, God bless. If I have the money when we have kids, I really want to send my kid to a coding camp. But then I also want to send them to a sports camp.
Yeah,
and
just
then
mix it up.
Maybe some sort of a summer camp where they shoot, you know, arrows and play around lakes and stuff. You know, I want my kids to experience a bunch of different things and then figure out what they like.
You know what they need to have a camp, like a home ec camp. Like teach them how to do laundry, how to do your taxes.
We're just sending boys to this camp.
That's pretty good.
How to aim into the toilet.
Yes,
talked about
just
that,
things
yeah.
that like that are like that
Cheerios,
they
gotta let
should
them
know,
aim for something.
You know?
Well, Jeff sent me a fabulous link to a toilet Target, a toddler Target, so I'm ordering that on
Vanessa
Amazon
wasn't here, but we were talking about peeing in the toilet.
Oh, and you were gone yesterday, yeah. Sorry you missed it. In case you missed it, we can roll it back.
Specifically, boys peeing in the toilet and or not peeing in the
not an
toilet.
issue.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not an issue with girls.
You know, when I was a kid, the camp I went to was a hangout in the alley while your parents were gone. Watch
At the pool. I
Watch
was always
the
at the
15
pool.
extra channels we got for cable, because that's all you got was 15 channels with the
money.
cable and the toggle switch. Hang out at our friend's house. There were pool memberships you could get. The A pool is where we went to.
We went to a pool. It was like, and my parents would be like, "Hey, go to the pool."
They
We could-
drop
we
you
could
off
walk
there.
We-
Yeah.
They would drop us off, but like it was just sort of one of those things where just go outside, go away, go
The
be
church,
outside.
the church always had like they'd always have like one of those like little fun rooms and stuff with pinball machines.
Yeah.
They were trying
Yeah.
to get you to kind of go to the church, so you could go hang out at the rec center at the.
The rec-
They
yeah.
never had that at the Catholic Church, though. That was always at like
Nope.
Methodist
Yeah, it was at the
church.
Baptist church.
I
You're
was
right.
like,
It was. No,
why are you
Catholics
at the
did have
Baptist
nothing.
church for a week-long camp. Well, we don't do that in the Catholic churches. No.
That's
Different
funny.
story.
CCD. Yep.
Wait, I have a question for John. John's like,
Yes.
Vanessa Ramirez, I want you to have my children. I will FedEx them to you overnight. There are 3 of them. Why? Why do you want me to have your children? What did I
I
say?
thought he wanted you to have
No,
his
so
children.
at first I thought that too.
I read that
yeah.
too.
That's the joke.
And
That's a
I was
great
like,
joke.
what? And then he's like, I'll FedEx them to you. And I'm like, oh, I get
Well,
it.
everyone's saying they felt your maternal instincts when Emma's baby was here. So
yeah.
I think now people are saying, Vanessa, we're ready to either have you be our au pair or you can take mine
be
for
a
the
nanny.
weekend. You can be
Vanessa
a really hot
Ramirez,
nanny.
I want you to have my children.
I know.
That-
Give it
yeah.
a beat.
And
Dot,
then
dot,
I will send them to you. There are 3 of them.
Deals off.
you don't know how many messages I received after posting
I'm
Emma's
sure.
baby. It was crazy. And I'm like, gosh. Everybody's like, you're ready. You look great. Let's do this. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Natural.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to hear.
When I was in Dublin, our bus driver, our tour guide guy, was hilarious. He said, you know, my wife and I, we can't have children. We said, no, we just can't. We don't have too much time to have children. We just can't have children. So if anybody on this bus wants 3 children,
Take them.
we're too busy for children. We decided we can't have children. If anybody wants 3 children.
Over
His
it.
Irish accent,
that's
underrated.
pretty
I had
good.
no idea.
Oh, he was driving and somebody would honk and he'd say, hey, how'd you get your license back?
So Jimmy, would you say when you were a kid that you were kind of a wild animal?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, we were. Did you guys ever see the movie Lord of the Flies? Or
Yes.
That's how you were.
Our neighborhood was like that. I mean, just
Really?
crazy. The stuff that we did. And we'd go all the way from, we'd go into the sewer systems, we'd go into the drainage systems, we'd go down and play
That'd
there,
be good.
kick the cans. I remember I crawled across some street and I woke up in not woke up.
I'm like, woke up. You
I
passed
didn't wake
out
up.
down there?
I was in an alley and I could see Campbell's drugstore. The guy next door used to give us money so that we could go buy him cigarettes. Because back then they would do it. And all I had to say is, this is from Mr. Powell.
Hi, I'm 10
and he'd
years
give me
old, I like
10
a pack.
and he'd
Oh
give me
my
10 cents
God.
extra left over that I could use to buy a big hunk. And I mean, it was
go.
crazy. And then
Oh,
we'd
I
go
love
to
big hunk.
the guy's house down the street, the creepo that had all the candy and the
Oh,
sodas
geez.
and all that stuff. And
Oh,
Jimmy,
man,
you should,
yeah.
every day we
No
should be
stranger
thankful
danger.
you're alive.
it was the 70s,
How
man.
did you live through the 70s?
Man, there were some falls, some
You know what?
scrapes. I stepped on a nail. They had to pull the board. It
Oh, I
stuck
did
to my
that.
foot.
I did that.
Stronger for it.
Oh, yes.
I asked him that wild animal question specifically to set up the toss. To
Oh,
this.
sorry.
Oh,
We
you
kept
missed it.
going.
And I went with it.
And we went off. Big surprise.
Then we got the best stories, so I'm actually more. No, I'm just kidding. In case you missed it, we had a lion cub visit us here today.
The Lion King.
His name is Simba, and he's cute. Take a look.
I'm glad you're in control today.
Is a new king in town. We are introducing, look at this face, Simba, the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium's newest lion cub. Can you believe?
Oh.
It's not amazing.
Don't all pet him at once.
Don't pet the head.
Don't all pet him at once. Christy Morcom is here from Wildlife World Zoo, and we were just talking. These things sleep 20 hours a day. That's not just because he's a growing boy. That's what lions do.
That's right. So lions are unique for so many different reasons. And I think what's really funny about these guys is they are so fierce, yet they're pretty lazy. They like to lounge around about
I don't think he
20
likes
hours
you.
a day.
Oh, he wants to
Very
eat me.
playful mood this morning.
Yeah, very playful. But when lions play, they can really hurt an adult, or they really hurt humans,
So
can't
look at
they?
the size of
Right,
his
and when he's
paws.
little like this, it's easy to forget how big and powerful he's going to get.
Yeah.
And by looking at those paws, you can see he's going to get quite large, and they're actually the second largest cat in the world. So full grown, these guys get about 500 pounds, and they're just second behind tigers.
I was going to say, so does that mean tigers are bigger? Is that it?
Yeah, so tigers are larger, and they're very vocal.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you?
extremely
I'm going to get
vocal.
my mic close without trying to get eaten. Can you hear?
I can spin them around and we'll really be able to hear.
Do you hear these little growls this little guy is
Yeah, he
making?
makes so many different little grunts and growls. They start doing that right after being born.
Yeah.
And they actually, at about a year, is when it gets a lot deeper. And it can be
Wow.
heard up to 5 miles away.
No, I don't know. If, did you hear the audio of me just saying that I'm an idiot? Yeah.
No.
She
And
had
he said Mitch, by the way, not the other one. He
Not
said
her.
Mitch. Why are
Apparently
so
you can't
dumb?
say that though, because Paul says some crazy stuff on this
Mitch,
show.
why are you
That's
such an
Paul.
idiot? I'm an idiot. She was already wearing a microphone.
And he's like this.
Hey, Vanessa.
Talking to the
I don't think
microphone.
anybody can hear you. God.
And she's like, let me just turn him around.
Let me tell you how many times I watch
so
myself on
lovely.
live television and go, you are a moron.
And you stayed there for a minute. I was
Yeah.
like watching you. I'm like, hello. Sorry. I was like, hello.
I
It
am
was
a
pretty
moron.
hilarious. That was a good Anchorman moment.
Oh, God.
I'd rather be
Really was.
more on than off.
Well, it's like, I feel like people sometimes don't think people in this business are very bright, and that confirms things like that.
Or like me today, I was giving out an old phone number for text team 12. I'm like 602-260, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not our number.
She's 2 digits away from giving away her personal cell phone.
I thought she was giving away her phone number on accident.
No,
I'm like,
no.
oh, this is gonna get interesting.
Thank goodness I did not do that, because I was saying I used to work at a radio station, so that number was 260 and whatever the rest of the digits were, and so that automatically just came in my head. Isn't that crazy?
It's a good throwback.
Hold on a
Yeah.
second. Vanessa, go ahead.
I'm on 602.
I don't think we can hear you.
Oh my goodness.
No, that little guy was so cute, though, and he was making these little growling sounds, and despite my idiocy, I think it did come across where he was like,
Only
"Bah!"
once you leaned up against him.
Well, the
Really
crazy
getting
thing
the
is,
audio.
too, is that those things they're killing machines.
They're
They
gonna-
are
yeah.
You saw
engineered.
His
What'd she say, 500 pounds?
Yeah.
Oh my
500
It's
goodness.
gonna be ginormous.
I think if any of those animals, and I'm an animal guy, if any of those animals ever hurt a human being in captivity, they get a pass because they're meant to do that. And they
It's their
They're
instinct.
wild
Yeah.
animals.
We're,
yeah.
That's a chance we're taking, whether you're zoos or bringing them into our environment. They get a pass.
For
they
sure.
really do.
Animals are going to be animals no matter what. And you know, we see these stories all the time where it's like, I never knew that the dog was going to bite this 2-year-old in the face. I'm like, the dog was being a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't blame the animal
I
when
agree.
these things happen. They're animals.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have their own instinct.
And you guys think she said these lions will get to 500 pounds.
Right.
Have you ever seen an NFL football player, solid muscle, at 240 pounds? He's ginormous. 500 pounds?
Huge.
insane.
They said a new cub was born too. What cub?
Jaguar.
So
They got a
the
jaguar.
Okay.
Now,
had
they have the strongest bite out of all the cats. And they're the most intelligent out of all the cats. The lions they go for your neck. The jags go through your brain. And they have their powerful bite. They can go through. They're beautiful creatures. And they have them here in Arizona.
Yeah.
Every now and then, parts of Texas, and then they go back. Unfortunately, they're being hunted south of the border, which is not good.
don't even get me started.
Oh, I love those animals.
They're gorgeous. I'll tell you, we discovered that the Wildlife Zoo spot was one of the first places we went when we moved here in January. So it was like cold and rainy. We went out. The best time. That place is a gem. I totally love it.
is.
I can't wait to go back. This would be a great
They
weekend.
don't have the certifications that regular zoos have. That they're kind of private. So you get to go way up and close and personal. You can see the babies. You can stuff that the other zoos don't have.
Yeah.
Not that they're both different schools, but the other zoos sometimes you're far away. the animals behind a bush, and you're like, I kind of see the paw.
But no selfies.
Yeah.
No.
And it's perfect weather right now. We're gonna have perfect weather this whole weekend, right, Jimmy?
There you go, for the next 7 days. It's just to die for.
So happy.
I don't know what's going on.
I feel like the gods are tricking me.
Yeah, who knows?
Because we keep telling you it's gonna be so hot.
I
Oh
know,
my
like,
gosh! And then it's like beautiful
Arizonans and your
weather.
exaggeration.
We've barely lived on this planet. Seriously. You imagine, maybe we've been in a drought this whole time. Maybe things are going to change and we're going to get back. The weather's going to be
you're right.
amazing. Because we don't know. Well, since we've been keeping records since the 1800s, that's nothing.
Yeah.
We need to go back like 200,000 years to see what the real weather's going to be like.
One quick thing before we go, some fresh squeezed juice. Get this, a Boston man came home from work to find his work with his son to find something wasn't quite right. He thought he may have been robbed, but upon further inspection, he discovered nothing was missing and his house was sparkling clean.
Why can't this housekeeping fairy come to my house? So the man came home to find his back door unlocked. He inspected the house. He smelled bleach.
Okay.
And he discovered the house had been cleaned from top to bottom, even his son's room. Look at the little rose left on the toilet.
Who
That's
cleaned
extra.
it? Yeah.
I know who did it.
I love this. The man believes a house cleaning service may have mistaken his home for someone else's. That would be.
But how'd they get in?
No, yeah. One, how did they get in? And two,
Oh, the
back door was unlocked. Okay, so they charge a lot of money for first-time cleanings, and I'm sure they didn't go in there and just if
You know
he's
who
never
I
had
think
the house
it is?
cleaned.
Psycho girlfriend.
No.
She cleaned it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she wants to get in good with him and the kid.
If she's psycho and breaking in to clean his home, then he should have married her. That's the deal. All right, that is all.
Spoken like a true married man.
That is all the time we have on this Facebook Live After Show. Thank you very much for joining us. There's no Today in AZ this weekend, but Today in AZ will be back on Monday on Memorial Day. So enjoy this Memorial Day weekend, everybody.
Have a great one. No freeway closures this weekend either, so that's easier for you guys.
I do the cleaning and cooking at my house.
Really?
She does.
So do I. I'm the one that lives there.